Gonna give you a heads up. Right now, it's gloomy outside, as you can see, and you may or may not hear parts of my family. Sorry, just what I gotta do if you want to hear from me. Sorry, not sorry. Good evening, wonderful people out there. It's time for another Spur of the Moment. I am calling because I am preparing for NaNoWriMo 2019. And in this process, I'm going to share some tips very soon on my blog about some things that I've done, I've learned. And one of the key things that I'm working on right now is figuring out what wines I need to enjoy along the way. So, I'm going to give you a heads up. Right now, it's gloomy outside, as you can see, and you may or may not hear parts of my family. Sorry, just what I got to do if you want to hear from me. Sorry, not sorry. So today I wanted to check in with you all. I'm actually for this year testing out kind of a wine subscription. If you follow my other blog, Wine and Words with my sister Sherry, we go on there, we sip wine, taste, and have good conversation. So today I want to introduce you all to a subscription that I just recently started and trying called the Tasting Room. I'll show you what it comes in. And so the Tasting Room actually came up on my Instagram account. And it's like one of those ads that just seems to keep coming up and you can't help but click on it because you're like, now that wine sure does look delicious. So what I decided to do was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it. It's a good plan. I think the box was like $7. And then once you figure out what wines you like and you do the survey online, they send you 12 full bottles. I believe for $145. Please don't quote me on that. I will put the correct number up soon on this video, so don't totally correct my audio. But so I wanted to go through, do this with you. It comes in this cute box. This is the tasting video or the tasting kit, and on the back of it says, "Who says great wine can't come in a box?" We shall see. And so the purpose of this subscription is to introduce you to not only new wines, but also to kind of help you build out your palate a little more. And so what I want to do with you all today is just kind of go through some of the things that they have here. So if it's something you're interested in doing, this may be it. And then I'll taste a few wines on camera too, give you some real honest opinions on things. So the kit is pretty, pretty detailed kit. Tells you everything, the steps you need to do. Right now I have the survey up on my screen now. And what you have to do is you have to log into the tasting room, /rate. You taste each set of wines according to the screen prompts, and then you rate your wines by clicking on the bottles you prefer. Sounds easy to me. So then they have this nifty little track where it shows you where you put your reds and where you put your whites. I hope you can see that. So, and then here's actually the wines that I have in here. I'll show you each one of them. Again, I'm only going to do a couple right now. But this is a Sauvignon Blanc. It's from New Zealand. It's a lot of light, sorry, yeah. From New Zealand. The next one, which is a white, is called Morningside. It's 2016 Chardonnay, product of Australia. Okay. And then we head into our reds. And this is actually number 3. So that was 1 and 2. This is 3. This is called Trilus. Yes, Trilus. Handcrafted Pinot Noir. So that's the first red. And then after that, it is, don't make me mess this up, because the cursive is different. Cerete? I don't know. It's a Cabernet Franc, 2017. And then after that, which is the 5th wine, Arpurcio? I don't know what that C means with the little accent mark. Y'all know I'm butchering these probably, but you get what I'm saying. And this is a Merlot. I love Merlots. I'm super excited about this one. I'm actually really like, I've really expanded my red wine palette. I'm actually pretty stuck on it. White wine isn't even my preference anymore, but I will drink it if necessary. Oh, so this is red wine blend, and let me read it to you. It's called Bull's Head Bourbon Barrel. Aged for 3 months in bourbon barrels. This sounds like it's going to be a dandy one. Can't wait. Okay, so those are the wines. And so what it has me starting off with the whites first. So I'll just taste the whites too. Of course, I have my beautiful extra large wine glass that has brought me through the toughest of days and the longest of nights. Okay, so I'm just going to adjust a little bit so y'all can see. I don't know if I can show you. Wait a minute. Y'all ain't see my pants, which I was trying to just do from top up, but you know, whatever, they're jazzy pants. Get over yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. On the tasting mat, it says check to make sure the numbers on the bottles match what's on the screen. Take your time to think about each wine. Remember, you can click the no preference button if you like or dislike both wines. So I know I didn't have to do that all with it lower, but you get what I'm saying. So basically, what it's saying is that you don't have to like it, and if you don't have a preference, just put no preference. So I'm going to put the bottles. That's what I was originally supposed to be putting it down for. You all see, put the wine bottles on the mat like that. And like I said, I do have the survey up, so I'm going to try to do some of it. And the first page is just let's start tasting wine. And it says before you start sipping, you'll taste wines in pairs. Just click on the one you prefer. So sounds great to me. So yeah, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna pour up one wine, pour up the whites. What it does tell you is to make sure you take small sips. You may taste and compare each wine 2 or 3 times. I'm going to taste the entire thing several times. It's okay to hate on a wine. The goal is to find the wines you love and loathe. I like that idea. Okay. Now, the one thing that says on here that I did not do, it says to chill your white wines, bottle 1 and 2, for at least 20 minutes and take them out 5 minutes before starting. Okay. I'll pause and chill them because I don't want to give bad opinion because they're not chill. So I'm going to pause and be right back. So just hang out with me. Okay, I am back. I let those cool for about 20 minutes. I also downgraded my glasses a little bit because I'm supposed to have 2 that fits into the nifty little circles. So I got my smaller tasting glasses. And like I said, the tasting mat for the first 2 that I'm going to do, the only 2 that I'm going to do because I don't want to sit here and do the whole thing because that would probably bore the hell out of y'all. But I'm going to do the white wine. So of course, it tells me to get 2 clean, dry glasses. Voila. And it says place them on the circles with the white wines on the tasting mat. Pour bottle number 1. And if we remember, bottle number 1 is a Sauvignon Blanc. I think it's called Ijinuku from New Zealand. So again, I'm sorry about that. I know it's hard to see it with this light. So it says to put that in glass 1. There we go. And it says the whole bottle, not just a pinch of it. And I am putting the whole bottle in there. And it's sincerely a taste though. So it's not like I'm getting drunk off that. Okay. And again, so I'm doing this because like I said, I'm gearing up for NaNoWriMo. Sorry, number 2. Morningside 2016 from Southeastern Australia Chardonnay. Sorry, that's it. Again, I'm doing my wine tasting because I want to get my wines in line that I plan to sip on the entire month of NaNoWriMo. And if you haven't got my NaNoWriMo videos before on my channel, it's actually my birthday month. So NaNoWriMo is actually pretty complex for me because being able to stay focused and to write what I'm supposed to write that entire month is actually more of a challenge than most people probably have to go through. Unless you're a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. Shout out to my Sags out there, okay? Almost Sag season. Anyway, so wine tasting white wines. It says to to go ahead, blah, 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 pour 1, pour 2, and then it's time to taste. And I'm going to click the button because it says time to taste. And, okay. And it says click on the wine I prefer. So let's go with the first one, which is the Ijinuku. There you go. Cheers. And I like to, it's the normal things that we do. We look for the alcohol lines. Doesn't seem to have a huge water, I think they call it a water rim on it. Very good. When I smell it, I feel like I'm smelling fruit, maybe citrus a little bit. And I'm going to taste it. I'm going to inhale the air and let it tease my tongue a little bit. I don't know the exact term for it, but I will soon. Hang in there. I'm going to suck it in. It's okay. Very light, smooth. Doesn't have any type of aftertaste, but just light, white. So initially, as I'm drinking this, I'm thinking this will be good with, I can have this with my appetizer, like a salad or something. It doesn't take away from the taste at all. Let me see if I was right about the flavors that are supposed to be in here. Oh, it doesn't tell me. Look at y'all trying to keep away what's actually in it. Because normally on your regular size bottles, they'll give you what the body is supposed to taste like. So this is number 2 again. Morningside. This is again from Australia. Chardonnay. First one was Sauvignon Blanc. Oh yeah, I like this one much better. It has more body. It's not as light. So I'm going to click number 2. And so that's pretty much how it goes. So I just click number 2. It says, excellent. How much more did you like wine number 2 than wine number 1? And as y'all saw, a lot. So it says a little more and then a lot more. I'm going to say a lot more because as y'all saw, that was my response. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Again, I highly suggest if you are some type of person who needs a snack, something to keep you focused during your writing. For me, wine helps to bring out more emotion in my writing. It helps me to sometimes get what we call a little bit of liquid courage within the typing. You know what I'm saying? It's not always bad, as long as it's in a controlled situation and environment, in the house, in my own confines of my house. So, yeah, that's how I go. Again, this is just me starting my wine tasting for the tasting room. Again, follow my blog. I will do a complete overall results of this wine tasting, let you know what I chose, what I didn't like, and then let you know how the subscription goes thus far in case you are looking to subscribe to a winery or to a wine service. So hopefully soon in my life, it's my child, I hope you can't hear her craziness. Hopefully soon in my life I plan to become a sommelier or at least a certifying wine CWS. Yes. But I love wine. This is my beautiful passion on the side of a passion. And I'm looking forward to tasting the rest of these, especially the red wine. So I'll let y'all know how to go. Thanks for joining with me. I swear, guys, the weather and I'm tired, but at the same time, y'all need to hear from me. Y'all ain't heard from me in a while. And this is what I'm doing, is getting my wines together for NaNoWriMo 2019. Get on it. If you ain't doing it, I highly suggest you do it. Finish a project, start a project, get your writing going. It's definitely a chance to challenge yourself in ways that you haven't with your writing. A lot of people do it based off of the word count, or just making sure that you make time to write every day. It's so important. Get a routine together. All right, y'all. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to enjoy this. Okay? I'll talk to y'all later. Catch the blog. I'll drop the link here. And again, if you watch my other video, you can see where me and my sister Sherry go ahead and rate some other wines on our Wine and Words. All right, y'all. Bye.